Hello everyone and welcome to the Retro Gaming Junction. This is Camilio. We're live on Twitch pretty much every day at 8 PM Eastern Time, and we are starting Ultima 6, The False Prophet. Upon your world, 5 seasons have passed since your triumphant homecoming from Britannia. You have traded the Avatar's life of peril and adventure for the lonely serenity of a world at peace. But television Superman cannot take the place of friends who died at your side. Outside, the chill wind rises. And in moments, the storm is upon you. What's going on? Tongues of lightning lash the sky, conducting an unceasing crescendo of thunder. In a cataclysm of sound and light, a bolt of searing blue fire strikes the earth. Lightning among the stones? Is this a sign from distant Britannia? Oh, if I click it kinda skips the little animation. You bolt from your house, stumbling, running blind in the storm. Into the forest, down the path, through the rain, to the stones. Near the stones, the smell of damp, blasted earth hangs in the air. In the frozen moment of lightning struck daylight, you glimpse a tiny obsidian stone in the midst of the circle. Wondering, you pick it up. And from the earth of the stones a softly glowing door ascends in silence. Exultant memories wash over you as you clutch the stone. When last you saw an orb such as this, it was cast down by Lord British to banish the tyrant Blackthorn. But your joy soon gives way to apprehension. The gates to Britannia has always been blue as the morning sky. Abruptly, the portal quivers and begins to sink into the ground. Its crimson light wanes. Desperation makes the decision an easy one. Thus it begins. So now we have mouse support. I don't think it's that useful though in the game. So we transfer a character. Try to see. And this is all character from Ultima. Oh, it says Ultima 4. It's actually taking our character from Ultima 4. Instead of 5. Oh no, Ultima 5 at level. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. I took literally the save folder, I copied it, and I didn't check when I thought it was okay. Because that's the max you can have as stats anyway when you convert. This is the maximum of everything. Anyway. New name, new sex, continue, everything's fine. And new portrait. Well, new portrait. I can't take the old portrait. There wasn't any portrait. I really don't like this guy. He looks like a doofus. They all like... I don't like any of them. Oh man, and this looks like a dwarf. I think I'll take this guy. Transfer. Oh, it takes us directly into the introduction. Dazed, you emerge from the portal to find yourself standing on the desolate plain. Nearby rests a massive rune-struck altar. shrouded in moonlit fog. At first the plain is still. Then 100 voices raise a slow, death-like song, drawing closer and closer with each passing moment. You are seized by an urge to run. It says 666 right there! Man, I'm sure just with the cover and the cover of the third one was a pentagram, right? I'm sure parents were love this shit. But you have no place to go before you can offer a protest to the creatures who surround you. Scaly claws grasp your body. With unearthly strength, the monsters bind you to the altar of stone. You had Ultima 3, yeah. Ultima 3, the original one, is a big pentagram. The one demon-looking thing in the cave? That was our box. Isn't that the throw on his card. Feeling the oared sway and chant as a stately winged nightmare steps forward. The leader unwraps a velvet-covered, brass-bound book and recites from it in a formal, stilted tongue. Shouts and jeers explode from the masses as the priest slams shut the book. In his hand, a malignant dagger drips with moonlight. You close your eyes. A dying scream, certainly your own, curdles the air. Cat calls, the dagger, a scream, death. Pandemonium, shrieks of rage, of terror. From the inevitable, an impossibility emerges. You are still alive. Silent red light fills the darkness. There is the wooden clack of a crossbow, and a violent fletched rose blooms in the priest's barren forehead. Okay. On the right, it's literally fucking Richard Garriott. Friendly faces vault from a newborn moon gate, while a rain of quarrels holds the furious mob at bay. The Knight Dupree's sword flashes twice in the darkness, slicing away your bonds. They all kind of look like a version of... It's weird. Quickly, old friend, to the gate! Accompanied by the swordsman shaming and a grinding, crossbow-wielding Yolo the Bard, Dupree thrusts a spare sword into your hand. Snatching the fallen priest's book, Yolo dives into the redness with Shamino at his heels. The howling throng surges forward, all of one terrible mind. The gate wanes rapidly as you and Dupree charge through, but not rapidly enough. From the mob's vanguard, 3 of the abominations scramble toward the gate. Driven by fury, the creatures hurl their bodies into the portal's last handspan of light. And boom. There we go! This is the game! So I actually wanted to check the manual when the game started, but I think we're in battle right now. Can I click on these characters? Escape. Oops, I passed my turn by doing that. Okay, we're gonna move. Oh, that's done. Moving. 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 Is he blocking me or attack? Attack. So this seems very similar to the other one. People are doing their thing though, it's only me. It's only me. Can I go up? Oh, up again? There you go. kill. Okay, it's not combat, it's just like, it's... The game is running all the time, there's no combat, non-combat. I like that. Okay, so if you played Ultima, transfer character, screen layout. The game screen is divided in 4 regions. The map? I don't think we have a map yet. Well, the map is this. The map is with the left side. That's the map. The status display, which is this thing here. This. Okay. Yeah, they're showing this. So we have the moons there. This is to go alone. Yeah, we can go alone if we want. What is this? Okay. The message scroll and the command icon. So message scroll bottom right, and the command icon is all the things at the bottom. The map. The largest region in the upper left is the map. This is the map. This shows the world you are moving through, with the view centered on you or another member of your party if it's their turn. With a mouse, move your characters around by positioning the pointer of the map until it becomes an arrow pointing in the direction you wish to move. Then left click on the button. Yeah, I can do this. I guess. It's kind of janky. I like to... Oh. Yeah, well... I mean, it works. If you want to use a keyboard, yeah, move by pressing one of the arrows, or the 8 keys, or these. Can I go diagonal here? Yeah, I can go diagonal if I'm using the numpad. You can pass your turn and do nothing by positioning the mouse pointer over your character or by pressing spacebar. In the status display, in the upper right hand corner of the screen is the status display. At the top of the display, the current position of Britannia's sun and the position of the phase of the moon. Beneath this is a roster of all the members of your party, along with each character's figure and current hit points. The character whose hit points are printed in red is hurt badly. The one whose hit points are green is poisoned. CGA and Hercules cards will differ slightly. When a party has more, it's gonna be purple. When a party has more than 5 characters, arrows appear at the top and bottom of this part of the screen. If you click on the character's name, press the function key F1 to F8, you will be shown their portrait and statistics. The higher stat, the better strength determines... Okay, so me. No. Ah. Or F1, F2, F3, okay. So yeah, this guy. Okay, look up an image of young Richard Garriott. And this is kind of Richard Garriott old. It's weird. Even has the... it seems like he even has the... I don't know how to call it. Like he has kind of a rat tail here. Okay, strength is how much a character can carry and how effectively they can strike with bludgeoning weapons. Dexterity determines how quickly they are. Faster characters get to move and or attack more often, and how effective they are with non-bludgeoning weapons. As well as crossbows and bows, like dexterity again. Like every Ultima game, it's always the best stat. And other missile weapons. It's also how to dodge. It's dodging, now it's slashing weapons. Before strength was slashing weapons. But strength is also how much you can carry, so I think this also goes into armor. So no strength means no full plate or stuff like that, which I kinda like. It's only 3 stats, but that's all you need. Intelligence determines the character's bargaining ability and effectiveness as a spellcaster. The next 2 stats show pairs of numbers. The current number of points the character has, maximum number of magic points. We know all that. Each hour you recover a number of magic points equal to your current level. Good to know. Health can only be regained by rest or healing. The next statistic in the list is level, which indicates how powerful a character has become through experience gained in past adventures. The last stat, experience. Determines when a player is ready to progress to the next level by meditating at a shrine. To view a character's inventory, click on one of the figures to the left of the roster. This? This? Okay, this is to go alone, right? No. Oh, this is the next character. Oh, this is just next guy. I don't know what that is. Change command mode here. Dupree. Rear, he was at front. Front. Shamino is front and YOLO is rear. Makes sense. Flank, Berserk. I mean, Shamino could flank. There you go. I like this. I like this. I'm intrigued. So, yeah, all the weapons. If you're holding something across both ends, such as crossbow, you will not be allowed to put anything in the other end. Current weight of all equipped item. That's the 11 out of 21S. Stones. On the right side of the inventory displays are all other items carried by the characters. The total weight of this inventory, I, is listed here. Oh. Along with the maximum weight the character can carry, which is different from the... Oh. Just click on it, the left panel to look inside containers such as a bag or chest, just click on it again to return to the main inventory display. At the lower right, the character's current combat mode is displayed. See, begin break off combat. Okay, yeah. The lower left of the status, so 5 buttons. Left to right functions, you know that, inventory, move any item you can move. Switch display to show different members, we know that. Okay, underneath the map are 10 command buttons. Okay, that's important. The man commands in Ultima 6 can be selected either by the mouse or the keyboard. To use a command from the keyboard, so these commands here, simply press the first letter of its name. Yeah, you have to kind of know it. There's no tooltip here. I think this is attack. Get, look, attack, move. You can set up a default command for use with the right mouse button. Click the right button on the command and the blue line will appear under it. From then on, clicking the right button on any shape on the map or in the inventory display will execute that command on that object. Yeah, but I have 3 of them blue here. I'm not sure about this right thing. Oh no, there's only one. There's only one. So look, I guess, so I can right click on you. Look, thou dost see YOLO, okay. Okay, so I can talk to YOLO. Oh. You see your old friend YOLO. Well, Camilio, do you need help with something, or maybe you've got time for a story? Let's go with help, see. That does. If you want me to gather all your gold together, so we can carry it, just say so. If you want me to gather all our gold together, just say so. Okay. Or I could split it up evenly if you prefer. Okay, yeah, split it. That's all he can do. That's what he does. What's the other thing he asked? Can I scroll up and down this? No, up. The mouse scroll doesn't do anything. My favorite one is about the time I had to wake Dupree up for a tournament. YOLO, you promised never to tell anyone about that. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Ask me later when he's not around. Okay, I already love this game. Okay, how can you save? Rest, control S saves. Control S saves the game. You will be asked if you really want to save the game. Do you really want to save the game? Let's do it. Control S. Save the game, yes. Control Q quits the game. Control H toggles the help mode on and off. Is it off or on now? Let's put on. Toggle sound and music on off. Pressing 1 through 8 is your solo mode. 0 exit solo mode, returns to the party mode. Okay. Attack is used to fight monsters. Cast allows you to cast magic spells. You must have a spellbook readied and have enough magic points and regents available to cast a desired spell. When the character tries to cast a spell, the spellbook will be shown the status display, listing the names of all the spells they have learned. Each name is followed the number of times that spell can be cast. So YOLO, you have a spellbook. Do I have a spellbook? Nope. So do I click on... No, it's cast. So I need to switch to YOLO to do that. Right? No spellbook is ready. Can I take your spellbook? Can't be ready. But now let's see the Book of Prophecies. Oh, it's the Book of Prophecies, it's not a spellbook. You see a loot. So I could do like look this. This also works. Look this. Not right clicking. So you have get. If this is get, what the fuck is this? Okay, from left to right. Attack, cast, talk, look, get, D. I'm just guessing. D, drop, move. So this is drop. This is move. Well, move. I can do this. Or use, sleep. I'm not doing that. And this is going into combat. Even if this is also attack. There's also a combat mode. Okay. Okay, so talk. We know how to do this. You talk by typing single words. Also speak with some shrines and statues and with other members of your party. You must select the characters. Okay, statues. Most people will respond to the word name, job, by. In the course of the conversation, people give you an idea as they're interested in talking about. If you have the help function on, as it is when you start the game, the subjects they want to talk about will appear in different color on the screen. Oh wow, we always want this on. If off, you'll have to figure it out, the keywords in their conversation. Allows you to identify anyone, identify anyone, read books, signs, gravestone, get, pick up objects, drop stuff, move. Sometimes push stuff. This command can also be used to move things in and out of containers or from one character to another. To move an item to another character, click on them on the map. When you... Oh, okay, really, okay. You must move it into your spellbook before you can cast it. You move the spell onto your spellbook. That's important information. Operate any object that has some function. Among other things, it will let you open and close doors, chests, enter and exit ships, climb ladders, milk cows, mount horses, light or extinguish. Okay, I'm gonna use. You need to use a lot. Look into telescope. Even though it's look, use is look into telescope. Crystal balls, ring bells. Eat or drink food, beverage, or play musical instruments. When using a musical instrument, you play with the numbers 1 through 9, then press enter when finished. Rest. You set up camp, recover health and magic points. You will be asked how many hours from 1 to 9 and who will stand guard. Select a character on the map display or press escape to have no guard. A character will not regain hit points if they're out of food. That's the same thing as before. Multiple rests may be required to repair a ship completely. At sea, this can okay. If you are a bushing while resting, okay. Begin break-off combat. Switches back and forth between party mode and combat mode. In party mode, the members of your party automatically follow you around. In combat, each character will behave according to the combat mode you have selected for them on their inventory display. Characters in front, rear, or flank modes will position themselves in formation centered around you. Characters in assault mode will attack the nearest enemy, while those in retreat mode will avoid combat. Characters in berserk mode will charge and attack the strongest foe. Lastly, if you select command mode for a character, you can control their action each turn, just as you do for your own character. Just like the other games. You can change your character to combat mode at any time. All known spells. Now we have a bunch of spells. Okay, we're done. Sorry, this was long, but yeah. Now we know how to play the game, and I also explained it to you, so now you also know we are ready to go. So let's talk to you. You see the noble ruler of Britannia. This is Lord British. He looks nothing like the actual Lord British. Camilio, 'tis good to see thee again. Much hath happened since thou last departed our realm. But I must make sure this truly thee. Only the true Avatar would know what was contained in the compendium I sent. What are Reaper's remnants of? Oh shit. Okay, we have to open up the manual. Reapers, the monsters? Reapers. A remnant of an ancient enchanted forest swallowed up long ago in it. A forest? Forest. What does trolls lack? I don't think I got it. Trolls. Perverted pleasure in hiding between categories and trolls are relatively weak and they lack endurance. Endurance. How does sea serpents attack? God damn it. Sea serpents will attack the sea controller with magical fireballs. Fireballs. Ah, this D indeed, Camilio. Take this key. It will unlock the gatehouse by the southern entrance to the castle. Yeah, this is the copyright protection, and it's still in on GOG. Sometimes they just remove it, and if you don't know, you man. I don't think that they give you enough information for somebody like we lived in this era. But if you download this game, and I'm sure in 20 years they're gonna change it up so that it's gonna, like when you install the game or when you install the game, it should tell you. When you install the game, at the end of the installation, it should tell you like a big pop-up, like installation finished. But like this is the manual. You'll need it for some questions in some games, some old games. It depends on the games. Then you can use the lever inside to raise the porticuli, and the crank will lower the bridge. The same key will also let you into the sewers under the castle. Now let me tell thee what hath transpired since thy last visit. So should I write that down? What you just told me, even though it's like super simple. We'll need notes anyway, so let's just start. By the way, this game has music, but all the sound effects are still PC speaker. I can't believe it. Where did I put that? I'm always confused where I put this stuff. Oh, it's there. There you go. Game notes. Aha. So, Ultima 6. Okay. British gave us key to open South door, castle, and sewers. And now he's gonna tell us more. Now let me tell thee what hath transpired since thy last visit. The vast underworld from which thou didst rescue me hath collapsed. Yet still there are forces of evil abroad in the land. Britannia is under attack by gargoyles such as those thou just fought. They have been coming up through the dungeons. Thus far, they have mainly been attacking the shrines of the 8 virtues. Okay, so I'm gonna already take notes of the good keywords: shrines, virtues. Whoa, shit! No, what the fuck happened? It repeat. When the Shrines of Compassion this fall, Sir Geoffrey sent a party to free it. Dost thou ask him for this mission? Perhaps thou canst prove of some assistance. Ask him of this mission? While thou art here, I have a room in the castle set aside for thy personal use. This in the west wing of the castle, just south of mine own chamber. Okay. My chamber west wing south of Lord Chambers. Is it gonna skip again like the thing? Why did it do that? Maybe because I clicked there. I have had my servants place some equipment there in case thou shalt have need of it. Of course, thou mayst feel free to borrow anything in my castle if thou shouldst need it. Lastly, anytime thou need healing, do thou but ask me. If thou would repeat. So what did he say about Geoffrey? As far David, okay. When the Shrine of Compassion this fall, so Geoffrey sent a party to free it. Okay. Okay, the Shrine of Compassion is the first to have fallen. Do thou ask him of this mission. Has fallen. Just like that. You see a concerned looking mage. Hail to thee, my lord, and well met. 'Twas I who learned of thy peril through my mystic arts, so that aid might be sent unto thee. Yolo, I saw that thou didst find a book. Might I examine it? Certainly, my lord. Perhaps thou canst make better sense of it than I, says Yolo. Certainly, my lord. Perhaps thou canst make better sense of it than I. Okay, no, he says strange. This is a picture on its cover of a gargoyle standing with one foot on the chest of a slain human. It's the opposite of the cover we have right now. This is interesting. It's written in a language I know not. Take it to Maria. Okay, we need to write that down. Take Book of Prophecies, right? Prophecies to Maria at the Lyceum. The finest scribe in the great council of wizards. She has studied many languages, and perhaps she can decipher this book for thee. One more thing. I noticed that thou didst arrive through a red gateway. Dost thou have the stone that opened the gate? I think so. I typed yes and then it just... Pfft. I guess I only needed to do Y, but I typed yes and then it went all the way. I'll try to check the replay. Went so fast, even if I pause. Might I examine it? Okay. Is there a slow motion? Is there a speed thing here? Speed. 0.25. Okay, no, that was before. One more thing I haven't thought. Come on. From whence could it have come? The gargoyles, perhaps? Best ask Lord British about it. I believe he has some knowledge of such items. Okay. Damn, it's easy to skip some dialogue in here. It's just crazy. Okay. So if I talk to you about stone, you show Lord British the black stone. I have such a stone, as thou may recall. I did not know there were much more such orbs. 'Twill serve thee well in thy travel if thou dost learn to master its powers. To open a gate, use the stone and carefully position it a few feet from thee. Thou wilt discover that the placement is the key. In the proper positions, the stone can conjure gates to take thee to numerous destinations. Gates? I feel that the help thing has been removed now. Help on. No, it's on. Book. I collect rare books. There's one in particular I've been hunting for many years. It's called The Wizard of Oz. Ever heard of it? Yes? Well, if thou dost run across it in thy travel, I would greatly appreciate if you could bring it here. I had promised a great reward to whoever shall bring me a copy. British wants the Wizard of Oz. book. Interestingly enough. You say okay. Shrines. Did we talk to you about shrines? By now the gargoyles may have captured them all. Thou must hurry if thou foil their evil schemes. Gargoyle. Do I need to just... Can I just do Garg? Perhaps thou canst drive these vile creatures back into the bowels of the earth from whence they came. All our efforts thus far have availed us not. So the elf thing is not really helpful. It's not, doesn't highlight all the things. I thought it would highlight all the words. It doesn't. Earth. Underworld. Under. Gates. We talked about the gates. The orbs. Same thing. Gargoyles. Altar. Nope. Town. What's your job? Thanks to thee, I sit once more upon the throne of Britannia. Thou didst a heavy burden in such troubled times. Oh, interesting. The gargoyles are indeed the greatest threat our realm has ever known. We are fortunate indeed that fate has brought thee here in our need. Fate. Okay, but mage. Okay, but talk to you. Oh, okay, I can't even ask. What does it say about the book? You say concern mage, hast thou gone to the Lyceum and shown the book? Okay. What about you? Are you a statue or okay? That's a fighter. There's a not else. You see a handsome tall man. I'm glad to see thee, Camilio. Perhaps thou canst prevail where others could not. I sent a party of 10 to capture the Shrine of Compassion from the gargoyles. Alas, they failed dismally. The survivors are recuperating in the town of Cove. Okay. So, I'm gonna put this here. So, building this. Thou wast the well to speak. Mayhap they learned something which might aid thee. I must confess I fear the worst. The gargoyles are such powerful foes, and they are spreading so fast. Perhaps the end of the realm is nigh. Okay, so talk to you. YOLO! What about the story? Oh, he doesn't want to. Bye. What's your job? I've been a crossbow maker for so long, I've gotten weary of it. Hopefully, now that my apprentice has taken over the shop, I'll be able to spend more time as a bard. My shop still sells the finest crossbow in the land. I've done a lot over the years to refine the design and training my apprentice well. I'm sure we'll carry on the tradition. Bard. Yes, it's always been a hobby of mine. Have you heard the piece Stones composed some years ago? No. Oh, you should get my wife Gweno to teach it to you sometime. She's had more time to develop her musical talents than all these years, but after this quest, I hope to join her in Minnoch and enter the Artisan Guild. Okay, I need to write these down. There's a couple of things here that seems important. Quests. Guild. Quest. There always seem to be a quest when you come to visit us, doesn't there? Sometime you should just drop tea for tea. Alright, make it Fraser's Folly then. A drink worthy enough to greet an old friend. God damn it. No, I have not. Gweno. Minok Guild. Though there is still need for the instruments of war as I grow in years, I would now take up those of peace. Minok. Not as big as Britain, but it's a peaceful town. What about Cove? Ask Shamino about that. You see a quiet man who almost seemed to be a creature of the forest. Cove. Ask the priest about that. I see. What's your job? I help my friends when they need it. The rest of my time I prefer to spend exploring woods. I prefer the deep forest. Spiritwood isn't as dense, and it has those strange wisps everywhere. Wisps. Oh, come on. Forest. I guess those are kind of an important thing. Wisps. Forest. This is something. It is home to me. I love walking in the dark shadows of the trees and studying the nature of the forest and creatures. Those that dwell in the woods have lives of their own, more interesting to me than the ways of townfolk. There is much to be learned from the animals, if you will but listen. Now Stamino's going on about talking to animals. The whole world is going batty. Now Shamino, that's it. You say. Friends. Though we have spent much time apart between your several visits to our realm, still I consider you one of my closest friends. What's the other thing? Woods. That led us to forests. We did ask about the forests. We did ask about the wisps. Oh. A home needs walls. Interesting. When folks ask why I have no walls in my home, I ask where are the trees in theirs. In many ways, they are the lifeblood of the realm. Without trees, we could not long endure. Realm. As a pre-about that. Okay. Okay, when I asked him, he already asked if he needs help, if I need help or anything. Okay, maybe that's easier if I do this. This is a very fancy portrait of you at the bottom of the, oh shit, don't click there. Of the frame, I guess a small plaque reads simply the avatar. This portrait is signed Woodrove in the lower right hand corner. Okay, it just seems to go fast. I guess it's not so bad with the mouse. What's this? You search here and find nothing. This is clearly something. I see a mouse hole. Can I get? Not possible. Look does nothing. Talk. Hey, I'm trying stuff. Use, maybe, yeah, right? Use. Not usable. Okay, when I do use, it does the move. These steps. These are steps. These are steps. Oh, can I... No. Can I look at these things? Can I search the body? Get. Enter. Get dead body. So I go 1, no, F1. Okay, so now I'm searching the body. Do I need to pick up the body to search the body? Maybe just click on it on the map. Okay, if I drop the body now. Click again, yeah. Drop this guy. I don't know, here. Not possible. Drop this thing here. Okay. And look at it. Maybe use. So we need to pick up the body to search it. Search. Use. Can't use the dead body. Move. Drop. Get. Talk. I guess. Oh, that's annoying. So I need to move this. How do I get it out of the body? Like that. So I can drop this here, drop this here. Keeping these things, I guess. Why would I need this? So I just click on it to equip it. That's simple. Can't be ready. Can't be ready. Okay, I'll get used to this game. Control S. Yes. Let's talk to you. No, you're YOLO. You see a ruggedly handsome man wearing a gleaming suit of armor. What's your job? Why, questing, of course. We've done many quests before. Yes, you're gone on some really fine ones. When you're not around, I have to settle for rescuing damsels, finding grails, and the like. Grails. That's right. Lord British likes to keep grails around to use as banquets, but he's always losing them. You'll throw a fine feast if you can deal with the gargoyles invasion somehow. They may be the toughest threat we've ever faced. Damsel, is that enough? It could be worse. Some of them are pretty eager to show their gratitude, if you know what I mean. Wink wink, not nudge, say no more. So let's go through all these again, just to be sure. Quests, we did that. Grails, damsel, grails. Then let's talk about banquets, which we did. I can do this. Gargoyle, which we also did. Bye. What about gargoyles for you? They're really ugly. What about the damsel? Ashton, you know about that. What about the forest? What about the shrines? Okay. What about buy? What about the gargoyles? I feel that Lord British does not understand their true nature. Brit? I know him better than you might think. Bye. Ah, there's still a corpse here. Get this. Oh, that's an interesting. A boomerang stone and can do 8 points of damage. Okay. Absorbs 2 points of damage. 15 points of damage. You see a mug. Ale. Food. What's in this? 12 gold nuggets. This is very much like Ultima Underworld, makes sense. This is torches. Flask of oil. A sling. Oh, that's nice. You shouldn't have the sling since you have this. 136 bolts. Oh my god, this YOLO is fucking equipped. He has a lot of food here. What is this? A cake. Honey jar. A mug. I don't know what... Are these useful? Can I use the knife? Okay. Use this. Use the loot. Move this onto me. Yeah, if I ever want to go long range. What's the stats of our guys? 50 health, 150 health, 90 health, 90 health, 90 health. Level 3, 3, 5. Okay. Okay, we just started the game now. It's your fireplace, nothing. Let's use. Oh, you just use left and it opens up the door. I guess this is ours. This painting is by the renowned artist Elm Garriott. This is a painting by the famous Captain Fox. This is a key. This is a book. There's a stone. Is that the key was talking about? I thought he had already given it to me. A key. Get key. Okay, I guess I know that these are keys because they're... This is the sign of the key, I guess. So I know what this key does. I don't know what this key does. Do they use the key? automatically? How does that work? I should type where I got it. Keys. A. That's from British. Opens sewers and south door. So we could test it out. And then there's that. I can't even type what the fuck that is. Oh, that's fun. I don't know, little n maybe? Small n. I don't know. Was on my... If this is my... I'm not sure this is my room. Oh no, my room is south of Lord's Chamber, so was in British room. Maybe. Was this? It's a book. Can you use the book? We got the book. Ubu's air-raising adventure, written and illustrated by Bill Peet. Uber the Lion was haughty and vain, and especially proud of his elegant mane. But conceits of this sort is not proper at all, and Uber the Lion was due for a fall. Okay, I'm guessing this is not important, so we're gonna actually drop this here. Can I get this? Oh my god, we can get everything. If I get the vase, can I look in the vase? No. I guess I can use the bed, right? No, I can't use the bed. Oh. No. 8:49 a.m. Not exactly. Pants. Yep, the pants. It doesn't do anything for me. Yes, drop this here. Debris are in the way of the other. Drop this. It's locked, so... Okay, I need to use this on this, I guess. No effect. Use this on this. Okay. What's the reason for these boots? The other guys have boots? Okay, if everybody has boots, I need boots. You can't unlock anymore. There's no more unlock. There's no... Okay. I'm surprised that none of these keys open this chest. I feel that the key I just found here should open this chest, like at the beginning of the game. Just case you to know how this works. Use the key on chest. It actually says unlock chest. Get. Okay. Can actually draw a. Keep this chest. What's going on? What was that? Beep 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 beep. Oh wait, we can go here. Oh, this is locked. Okay, okay. Use this on this. Unlocked. Use. Okay. Ooh. Wine glass. A scroll filled with Lord British notes on his astronomical observation. Okay, is that important? Candle. Use a telescope. Well, we can see outside now. Whoa. Oh shit, okay, we can use. And then left. Use. Up. Use. Down. That's crazy. Okay, so this can be useful when you're playing the game, if you want to scout ahead. I guess you can get... Can I get the telescope? I never thought about it. No! Search and find nothing. I feel it's easy to miss something. There's so much stuff. Look at those spell book. Okay. Okay, we need to get that spell book. So this is our own. Open. Searching here, you find 6 torches, something else, 8 portions of meat, a red potion, a bag, 5 lockpicks, a wooden shield, leather boots, and a chain cloth. So we have lockpicks. Did it spill into other people's inventory? What happened here? Oh, it's all there. Oh shit. Get. 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 Oh my god. Okay. Okay, all the food needs to be in a bag. It's gonna be the bag of food. This, oh no, this is Regents? Okay, this is the bag of Regents. Okay, the bag of Regents should be on myself, I guess. What is this? Oh no. 2 bags of Regents. No, 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 that doesn't work. How many? All of them. 2. Oh, that's all. That's annoying. Okay, move. Four. Can I just move like 9? It'll work. No. 7. Here. Just a second. Move. 5. Here. Move. 5. Here. And move. 7. Here. Okay. Now again, move. Oh, wait, I need to put them in the right bag. Okay, this one. Move 7 here. Move 5 here. Move 5 here. Move 7 here. I guess I should do this is move, this is move. 4. Boom, all the regions at one place. Which is not great, right? We have multiple mages, so don't we want regions everywhere? Anyway, we need a bag of food. Can we all? Nope. This is lockpicks. This is torches. This is ale. Put in the food bag. This is a red potion. I'm not sure what that does. We have more boots. Okay, move this to... Where's the pre? Okay. Move this to you. Inventory management. And can we move stuff like in between? Or no? I cannot rearrange this. No, I can't rearrange. This is it. I would need to drop stuff on the ground and Oh my god. I think it was the same in Ultima Underworld. And I would do that because it wasn't that bad. You just drop the stuff on the ground. Anyway, for now this will work. I mean, I can move this to you too. Move the boomerang. Now everybody's gonna have long range. Oh, this is a spell book. Okay, this is the same thing as cast. No spellbook ready. Cast. Okay. But I can also cast it from my... And I don't have to mix anything. This is it. I just do heal and it just does it. I'm guessing. Okay, I want to save here. And even try the reload function. Use the book. Cast. Just light. In lore. So it does. I don't have to type it in. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. It does the regent. Oh my god, it's so good. I just need to buy my regents. I don't need to memorize spells. Oh man, thank you. And I need a spell book to learn the spells. Okay, what about reloading in this game? How does this work? How does that work? Boom, instantly. Just like that, wow. Really? Bang. Nice. Okay, we're gonna take a break and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned.
Robin Hood, your bow is needed. Outwit and outfight your deadliest enemies as Robin Hood, boldest outlaw in all England.
A curse upon you and all the outlaws of Sherwood Forest. For every insult to my person, you'll pay tenfold.
Fall under the spell of the beautiful and mysterious Marion. Conspiracies, love, powerful enemies, boisterous adventure, and constant danger await you in Conquests of the Longbow. Are you ready to be Robin Hood?
Why were you in Paris?
Because it started there.
When did you join the Templars?
Never. I only had the amulet.
Really? And so you killed the messenger?
No! I didn't do that. It was the clown.
Ha! The clown. And he was responsible for the killing?
Yes! With the bomb! A bomb!
Broken Sword, the game. Out now on PC CD-ROM.
In Arcanum, the old ways of magic and the new ways of technology collide. In Arcanum, double-dealing humans, gun-wielding elves, ogre wizards, villains, and heroes are everywhere. In Arcanum, the world is yours, life hangs by a thread, and anything is possible. From creators of Fallout comes the largest RPG ever made, an epic story of exquisite imagination and...
We're back. Now the hunt is Ellen Garriott. Is that his wife? Gotta talk to the mouse. Squeak! Talking to a mouse, says Dupree. You think you're starting to imagine things. You say, squeak. Was it like that? Squeak. Squeak. Squeak, squirk. Squirk. Oh, come on. I just opened the door. Well, she needed a little refresh of food, I guess. Squeak squirk. I kind of want to write those down just in case we encounter some rats someday and they'll respond to that. Squeak, squirk, squeak. Let's do it. Squeak. It doesn't work. Squeak, squirk. Squirk. Oh, the mouse wiggles its whiskers at you. Okay, I can't do that. Okay. Job. Name. Eh, I'm Lord British Friends Cherry. There you go. I'm Lord British Friends Cherry. Do you have any cheese? Maybe. Yeah. You don't smell cheese. Oh, I don't smell any cheese. Oh, I'm sorry. I am to keep picking up food. Maybe I had some. So, I can just talk to you now. No. Okay, so we need to write that down. Bring cheese to mouse in second floor, I think, of British Castle. Oh wow, I can look up into degrees followed by north, south, east, or west. So like 1 north, 1 east, something like that. Blue potion, so I guess I can and should take all these potions. How do I know what they do? Do I actually have to drink them to know? Oh, I have to spell detect magic. Would that work? Let's see, I don't want to waste spells. Cast detect magic on you. It's an awaken potion. You see a blue potion. Okay, so I'll have to write that down. Okay, let's start. Potions. Blue. Awaken. Cast. Detect magic. Red is cure. Yellow is heal. Okay. Red. Cure. Yellow. Heal. I'm not sure what heal or cure is. Is cure poison and heal wounds? Like it should be, or it's the opposite, like in Final Fantasy games. Cast this detect magic on the green potion. This is a poison potion. I don't know why I would need that. Orange is a sleep potion. Green is poison. Orange is sleep. Purple is protection. Whoops. Invisibility. Purple is protection. Black invisibility. And white is an X-ray vision. Interesting. White. X-ray. Okay, now to get all the potions. See a jester. You see a carefree fellow in a ludicrous costume. Oh, I've got a clue, it's important and just for you. Yes, it's crucial to your quest. Do you want to know what it is? Yes. Do you think I will? No. Congratulations, you're exactly right. I won't tell you the clue. But I will give you this hint that may lead you to it. A clue that will lead us to a hint. Search a chest in Nistol's room. Okay. Nistol. Oops. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Oh, he's no fun. I'll show you fun before I'm done. I just said that. I just said that. Oh, hee hee, thou art funnier than me to ask a jester of that. Have you heard the one about the nun, the dragon, and the drunken penguin? No. That's too bad, neither have I. Oh, funny. What about hint? If hints were mints and mints were hints, think what a world it would be. World. I just said that. I'm gonna write that down. To jape, to jeer, to prance, to frolic, to keep this place unmelancholic. Jape. Tomfoolery. I practice tomfoolery. Tom. Chorus, Dick and Harry both called sick. Tomfool. Yeah. Like chests. A quest, a chest, or what a jest. Yeah, only the yes. Good, maybe you can teach. Aha, oh, they're funny. So, only the first three letters I think are important. Ah, maybe not. To teach, to preach, what a waste of speech. Okay. I did my best. Did I amuse you? If not, I hope I did confuse you. Did you enjoy my jokes? Yes. You did? Then I'll tell you another one. Riddle me this. Did you know what the goose said to the avatar? No. It said, "Ank, ank." What did you think of that one? Why? Well, you ask you anyway. Who asked you anyway? Oh, that's right, I did. Hee to spread good cheer I go. Come talk to me again, and I gave you another show. And now he follows me? No, okay. Okay, did we... Okay, maybe I can unlock this chest with my lockpick. Let's save the game. Oh, did I reload after analyzing all the potions? I think I didn't. Should I reload? Nah, fuck it. Open. No, use. That's lockpicks. Use lockpicks on this chest. Unlocked. The bomb. it's a bomb. Get. Oh, some cool stuff in there. What's this? It's a lightning wand, so I can equip it. Is that the bard? Yeah, take the potions. Okay, definitely this. Definitely this. What is this? It's a main gauche. Yeah, let's go with the main gauche. Can I do this? Remove him? No. No place to put. Okay, I really need to click on him. Where's fucking Dupree? Are you stuck, dude? Oh my god. I'll check if everybody follows me. I really thought they would stay near me. Come on, he's supposed to be at the front. You should be in front of me, exactly. Come on. Okay, we're equipped. So if you look at this, we don't have any stats, like our defense or anything. It's absorb 5 points of damage. It just absorbs. There's no AC or anything like that. It's just 15 points of damage minus the armor that the person has on him. I like it. Mead. I'm just picking stuff that might be important. What's that? Mead also. Get it. Get it all. This is wine. This is ale. This is mead. This is ale. Oh, like this one. Okay. And if you put the 3 there, it does it all. Yeah. Boom. I can drop all of my my wines and stuff. Let's put it all there. Oh, this is the kitchen, so yeah. Let's get all the food. Let's talk to him first. Merchant, I think you're naked. You see a bare-chested, muscular man. His body is gleaming with sweat. Okay. You say... bye, I think. Excuse me a moment. He pulls a napkin from his belt and mops at his brow. Now, what were you saying? What's your name? Wait a minute, he interrupts. I recognize you. You're the Avatar. I've always wanted to meet you. You're the greatest hero in the land. What's your name? Maldrick. I am once Maldrick, the boar hunter. Now the cook. Boar. I used to live in the forest and on wild boars, but one day I presented a roast boar as a gift to His Majesty, and he liked it. He liked it so much he hired me as his cook. Okay, Majesty, cook. What was there also? I like having a job where I can make people happy. He's a good man, like plenty of pepper. I like plenty of pepper in his stew. Spice puts variety in life, is what I always say. I cook for all those who live in the castle and the guests. Oops. It's satisfying work, yet at times I wish I could travel. One such as you. I shouldn't even speak of such things. After all, you are the Avatar, and I put the lowly cook. Please forgive me. I'll never tell. Never tell, you fucker. Job, guest, castle, cook, castle. I think I didn't say that. Castle. A fancier home than any of my family ever lived in, yet I still miss my simple hut in the forest. British. Okay, I think that's special. Okay, so if I want, for example, well, now it's myself, but I can use my other characters to pick up stuff. What is this? A spatula. Get rolls. A skillet, a ladle, a rolling pin, use the cauldron, not usable. If I do this, does it enumerate everything that's there? No. Oh, cheese. Get butter. Get cheese. Milk bottle. Not possible to get the milk bottle. Use. Some ribs. Some meat. A steel barrel. You find cheese. You find nothing. Is that thing a weapon? There's meat under it though. Not possible to put it back there? Oh no, okay, it's not working. Drop. this here. Ah, shit. YOLO? No. Oh, he's in front of me, that's why. What's your name? Didn't say your name. I am Chuckles, the Jester, of course. You've heard of me, haven't you? Sure you have. You've heard of Word? You've heard of Word? Why, that's absurd. No. Why is the pre like a horseshoe? I don't know. It's because they both have the letter R in them. Wow. Nope. Shit, you really have to search everything in this game. Stealing! But I thought you could take everything in this game. Like, British said I could take stuff. I guess I lost some karma there. That's stupid. Why was that stealing? You've won. Go to YOLO's hut and ask Smith the horse to tell you the clue. Okay. Fuck it, we stole, fuck it. Why was that stealing? I don't know. And I'm just finding stuff by my own, by the way. I have no idea. This is the first time I play. I've seen people play it, of course, a little bit. But I didn't know about... Oh! The mouse. Like, is that... Are those stairs? Like, actual stairs that go up? No. Okay. The mouse was... Oh no, the mouse was here. Where is it? There was that mouse hole here. All the way up here, maybe. Ah, shit. Is it... because it's late in the day? No. Could he be anywhere else in the... Fuck. Okay, well. What's that on there? Is that something? That's a decorative sword. Could actually take it, maybe? People are eating now. There's somebody new. Who are you? Woman. You see a slender woman wear a leather glove on her left hand. What's your name? My name is Kitten. She smiles. Perhaps that explains why I like birds. Birds. I used to be a falconer. Falconer. What the fuck is that? That was before Lord British appointed me to the current position. What's your position? I'm the curator of the Royal Museum of Oddities. Museum. It's just one of the projects Lord British has funded to provide a better life for people. He also established a conservatory that shares the building with the museum. The roads that span the realm are his doing as well. Be sure to have a look at our paintings while you're here. Come again soon. We're expecting some unicorn horns and a client bottle from Intrinsic. We have a monolith, the energy field, the perpetual motion machine, the bones of Zog, the mystery Okay, I have to write those down, there's too many. The monolith, energy, machine, bones, fountain, drag. Exactly. Good evening, Sunfall. How's it going? Let's start with the dragon. Someone's named Gurtans donated all those parts. I think he said something about a dragon named Freytag. I actually want to write that down. A dragon named Freytag. Gertan. If you want to ask Gertan, I think he's in the cove. Gertan. No. This is my first time with this engine. I think he said something about the dragon named Freytag. What was the energy? The field is generated by a curious spell. By some process not yet understood, it converts magical energy into electrical energy, producing a continuous discharge. If we understood this process better, it would probably lead to all sorts of useful applications. Application? I can't help you with that. Try the library. There's a great deal of knowledge available. A serious scholar. Okay, a fountain. Somebody found a huge boulder with a jet of water spraying out of it. We had it magically teleported here, buried with its surface flush with the ground, and then we built this building on top of it. Of course, we left a hole on the floor for the water to spray through. I often drink from it when I'm thirsty. The water is quite good. There's something strange about it. It vanishes somehow before it hits the ground. Water. Monolith. I can't tell you much about that. Our British donated it to the museum, but I can't get him to talk about it. From Italy said, I think it's an artifact from Homeworld. Ask British about monolith. It's that dumb cube from that mobile game they made where you had to pop the cubes to reveal the inside. The what? Are you talking about the what's his name? Peter Molyneux game? Oh, okay, yeah. Yep. Wow, that's a weird reference. Be sure to have a look at the painting while you're here and come again. Did I ask about her job? I can't help you with that. Try the library. No, job. Job. Okay, yeah, I did. Oh, that's not British. No, no, yes. No. Okay, bye. Monolith energy machine. That's a very curious device. The motion of each gear turns another until eventually the movement is propagated back to the same gear again. There's one thing I can't figure out. We've made plans of the device and I can't see how they started it moving in the first place. None of the gears would turn unless all the other gears were already going. What's worse, the motion served to hold the machine together. If the gears were still, the whole thing would fall apart. How it was built is quite a mystery. Bones. This skeleton seems to be about 10 times older than any other ever found in Britannia. Surely there's much to tell about the origin, if we only knew what it meant. Origin... bones, fountain, dragon... That's it. Mouse? No. Guys, come on. Oh my god, will that be a problem the whole game? When we enter combat, do they like magically teleport near you, or if they're stuck at the far end of the map, they're stuck at the far end of the map? Because that would suck ass. Come on guys, oh man. Dupree, you can do it. Fuck you! Use. I wasn't sure. Oh shit, what's going on here? Yes. I don't know much about Dupree because this is my first game where they actually maybe develop these characters. No, this is a locked door. Can we try one of these keys? Use. Unlocked. Okay, maybe we should use one of our torches. No. Oh, really? Fucking realism. I used the torch. No free end. It's right there, dude. No! You need to use it before putting it in your hand, of course. Bloop, bloop. Wait a minute, I'm not sure I want to go there first. Oh, is that the mouse from before? Talk, giant rat. Okay, will they attack us? Because in Underworld they do attack these fuckers. Hello. You see a skinny, awkward-looking man wearing boots that come up past his... Oh, this is the sewers! I see, I get it. Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to the finest sewers in Britannia. You look like you need a nickname, so I'll call you Ducks. Hey, don't call me Ducks. It's not something I talk about. What's your name? My name's Daros, old duck. Shakes your hand. Daros. What's your job? Well, Ducky, I keep the sewers running the way they should. When work is slow, sometimes I play a joke or two on my friends to keep things lively. Sewers. Britain is the biggest city in the world, and all those people use a lot of water. All the run-up drains down here. It's not a bad place to work, really. Except for the rats. They're pretty big, Ducky, but not to worry. They usually won't eat you until after they've killed you first. Of course, if you have a set of panpipes, I hear you can just pipe them away. What the fuck? I don't have set myself, I usually just run away. What's up that Ultima on the road? I like torch dot above the character's back. My mind is just tucked behind their shoulder. Oh yeah, no, that game's just... It's really good exercise. Exercise. Let's go back to the top. Sewers, joke. Oh, you know, the usual kind. Friends. Even though we don't know each other that well, I like to think of you as my friend. Joke, friends, sewers. Pertain, water, water. Go back up, have a look, I'm sure it's still there. Bye. We are going to go back up. Fuck these sewers. Blue blue. Why did the music change all of a sudden? What's going on? Everybody take your position. Can we talk to you? Jeffrey, best not waste time talking. Who knows what acts of villainy the gargoyles are committing even as we speak. He doesn't even talk to me. He just stays there. Save, it's been a while. Yeah. So this is one big giant map. It never loads in between. It's like the 7th one? That's crazy. Oh, how do I get there? There's 2 doors there. So I can go up and down this. Can I go in the water? No. Did I get damaged by the water? No. I'm a little damaged because I think when the chest exploded. Yeah, that's what happened. What is this? Sea swamp. Oh! Fuck. Okay. Let's go see if, yeah, what's with this water? Not usable. Make a wish? Yes. Make a wish for? I don't know. I always wish for peace. Ow. 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 Ow, ow, ow. No. Eel. Yay. Oh, he said to use the lever. Oh. Oh, but I have the key. No, use the key. Crack. Seal lever. Opens the door. Nice, okay. Use. Not usable. Fantastic! Man, 1990. If I would have played this in 1990, my little boy's brain would have just exploded. This is way more interactive than I imagined. I thought Ultima 7 would be like this, but this is kind of a proto Ultima 7. And you know what? I don't know if I want to continue now. Yeah, I'm gonna save this. And we'll continue this later, but I'm actually gonna switch to some battle tech right now. So, thanks for watching everyone. Ultima 6 will continue on Friday. We'll be back with battle tech. Stay tuned.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
I'll buy that!